People on the internet like to claim that the best pumpkin beers are actually made with sweet potatoes. But here at Craft to Brew, we're just a little dubious about that, so we thought it would be best to put it to the test. So we are going to go head to head, pumpkin versus sweet potato versus butternut squash in a steam beer. First things first, we gotta roast our various starches, which means getting them chopped up and thrown in the oven. We roasted our squash and sweet potatoes at 400 degrees for 1 hour. That's going to convert some of the starches into sugars, as well as just make them a little bit more pliable for fermentation. Next, we had to liberate our flesh from the squash skin and get those weighed out and bagged and frozen. We froze 1.5 pounds each of the butternut, the pumpkin, and the sweet potatoes. Next up, we had to make 3 gallons of beer. And so for this, I used our Craft to Brew steam beer kit, which is a pretty simple kit. The process for brewing a Craft to Brew kit is super simple. You just use some specialty grains to give it flavor. You use some malt extract to give it the sugars that will ferment into alcohol. And then you boil it with some hops. Once the boil was done, we put that kettle in an ice bath to cool, and meanwhile we got our bricks of squash and sweet potato pulp out of the freezer and got those into brew bags that are going to go each into a 2-gallon brew bucket. Next, we poured our beer in staggered amounts into each bucket to make sure that we had a nice homogeneous blend of beer in each bucket, and then we pitched our yeast packet, split up across all 3 buckets. We got each of those beers racked over to secondary, so that way they could clear up just a little bit. And then I bottled all 3 beers so I could put them away for about a month and let them carbonate. So you have here 3 beers. Each of them are pumpkin adjacent. One is actually made with pumpkin. You're going to sample all 3. Your goal is to tell me which tastes the most like pumpkin.
Okay.
Which one you think is made from pumpkin, and which one you like the best.
Okay, I can do that. All right, here we go. So let's go left. Here we go. My guess is going to be, this is pumpkin. This one tastes the best.
Most tastes like pumpkin. Favorite. Made from pumpkin.
This one. I think this one is the pumpkin. Tastes the most like pumpkin. This one's the best. I prefer this one.
Even though it doesn't taste the most like pumpkin.
Because I don't like pumpkin.
These taste extremely similar to me.
See what happens? I got the pump, so I ended up with the pumpkin one was the best. The sweet potato was the one I thought was pumpkin. And I'm guessing this is squash was the one I had no feelings about.
This actually makes sense to me, the sweet potato.
The sweet potato had the most pumpkin tasting of the beers.